So I'm sure a lot of people heard about the 4 C's. So which is color, clarity, cut, and carat size. So I mean, carat size is kind of easy. It's just how big it is. It's the weight. 1 carat equals 0.2 grams. Something to look out for. Something called a magic size. Once you cross this size, your price per carat jumps. Minimum 10%, maximum 20, 30, depending how rare it is. So your magic levels are 0.3, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, etc. So that's the first part.
Okay. Carat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the second part that I think personally is the most important is cuts. Because at the end of the day, diamond, we are looking at how sparkle it looks, how shiny it is. And therefore it becomes a mathematical question. Right? You're maximizing the fact that light comes in and the maximum light comes out. Right? That's what sparkle is, right? Yeah. And therefore my advice is always go for the best cut that you can find. In this case, the 3 excellence. However, according to GIA definition, they still have a very wide range. And for me, at least at Diamanté, we have all our round diamonds, round brilliance cut with a table size of 57.5 plus minus 1%, crown angle 35 plus minus 1%, and total depth of 62% plus minus 1%. So a very precise criteria for our procurements.
I love it.
Which is why we always say, come to us and we ensure you have some of the best qualities. Because we truly believe that in this method of question, the cut is the most important thing. And then this third thing is clarity. And this thing we think are very, very important too. Reason being is, in this mathematical question, when there is some inclusion, it absorbs the light. So the total number, percentage of light that could be reflected out decreases. And therefore, the more inclusion there is, the less shiny the diamond is. At Diamanté, we specialize in VS and VVS. However, we also had a very small selection of SI because it has this very sweet point of good value for money, but you don't really see the inclusion. And once the mounting could cover part of the inclusion, it becomes a VS. So you kind of pay good money for what you get. But essentially, your VS and VVS are good enough that there's no inclusions. Lastly is color. So DFs they're colorless. So most of our stones are DFs, but occasionally we have also Gs, because G, according to GIA definition, it looks colorless when it's faced up, but slightly yellow when it's faced down. So in terms of value for money, it's definitely up there. But sometimes when you're looking at lab-grown, you kind of think, do you want to pay a bit more to get a better quality stone, right? For natural, it's kind of different, right? Mm-hmm. Because that amount of money is not a small amount, right? With lab-grown, you're talking about maybe from a few hundred to like a few thousands. That's exactly how much you'd be looking at. With natural, you're talking about 5-figure difference, right? The differences could be. And therefore, it's something to consider on that as well. One thing to look out for is, for natural diamond, it's kind of rare to have we call triple X, which is very good cut, excellent cuts. Reason being is, with lab-grown diamonds, one thing that you can always guarantee is that people are willing to cut away the roughs to make a very nice cut, because the price of it is much cheaper. With natural, you're selling it as how much weight it retained. And therefore, when you cut it, you're trying to not cut as much as you should for a perfect cut. And therefore, having a 3 excellent cut, it's usually coming at a much higher premium. And therefore, a lot of people will sometimes make comment is, why does lab-grown even look better than natural? If everything is status quo, i.e. the cut exactly the same and everything's the perfect proportion, it will look exactly the same. However, if you're not having a very high budget and the stone is not cut as well as the lab-grown, then the sparkle will be sacrificed, and that in terms of price, right, or sparkle. So I guess that's one of the major things between lab-grown and natural. And when you value them, those are my criteria, right? Number 1, cut. Number 2, clarity. Number 3, color.
Okay. And
Thursday.
carat. Oh, Thursday. No.
Then carat, right? I mean, carat, how big it is really fun.
Your budget.
Right? Yeah. Your budget.
Yeah.